what I say is, I don't know who it is, I don't know what it is, but there are things flying over our military installation and they're not ours, and we should look into this, be serious about it.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio seemingly admitting that the government doesn't know what those objects flying in the sky are. I think we've talked about them a couple times.
The unidentified objects
yes.
of some kind. Rubio was responding to a question from Katie Miller, who asked what his favorite conspiracy theory was. Here's more of what he had to say on the matter.
I don't know the answer to any of it. I'm just, asking the questions about, we should know what's flying over our airspace. But I don't think that's a conspiracy theory as much as it is just, it can be in some sense because people do believe we're covering something up. And I assure you, like in this administration, if we knew, like the president would be all over it. Like there would be, prime time address. He would,
for sure.
He'd be showing the pictures and the videos. But, Stephen's on that case now, and I think he's doing a great job.
Aliens among us?
Before we get into the aliens among us, I noticed Marco Rubio telling Katie Miller that her husband's doing a great job. So good to placate the interviewer in that fashion, I suppose. Anyway, aliens among us. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I find it hard to get worked up about the UFO issue, though I know many millions of people do.
Do your best. You're on the clock here.
Well, I mean...
We can't both be skeptics.
No, well, I think...
You're in that seat is the aliens among us seat. So.
Is it? Well, I will have to disrupt the record of this being the pro-alien seat. Look, I mean, obviously, if there are... To Rubio's point, to be fair to him, there he was being quite normal and saying... He doesn't necessarily think it's a cover-up, doesn't necessarily think it's the aliens, but if there are things in the sky, we should find out where they are. I think that is a fairly uncontroversial view. People who spend all their time being insistent that we're about to find that the little green men are coming for us, I don't have much time for. I do think that's kind of getting into the realm of the tinfoil hat brigade, and I don't care for it.
Well, there are... flying objects flying over military bases that people have seen videos of. You can see it's not aliens, it's military technology, either our own or a foreign power's military technology. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I take Marco Rubio's point and broadly agree that if there was evidence of actual aliens, that would not be something the U.S. government could successfully keep quiet at this point. I mean, look, they couldn't keep quiet that there was an Iranian threat on his life and he switched planes. They wanted to keep that quiet.
Sure.
They couldn't keep it quiet.
No.
They can't keep things quiet. You find out eventually.
Right.
So the idea of a massive cover-up of alien carcasses or craft, that's what these whistleblowers always say has been kept from us.
Yeah.
And I always say, where? And they say, well, I can't tell you. I'm like, okay. Or I know someone who knows someone. I don't believe that they could cover that up that successfully.
Right. Well, this is one of the difficulties with the whole UFO kind of cottage industry, is that there's always about to be compelling and conclusive evidence arriving any day now, which never does, a bit like the aliens themselves. So that's one of the reasons why I'm just inherently skeptical about these things. It is such a... Look, I'm not actually averse to the idea that there is some form of life somewhere else in the universe. I think that is just quite likely given the vastness of the universe. But that is very different from the UFO heads who are all about, government cover-ups in Area 54 and blah, blah, blah.
I think we're special and alone.
Do you? You really don't think there's any life form anywhere else?
I think, no. I think the conditions for life to reach this... there's...
water elsewhere
there's
somewhere.
Plankton or moss or something.
Sure.
But intelligent, developed life. We should be... I mean, I guess it could be that, and then just long-distance interstellar travel is just literally impossible, which is the only... Because we would, if they reach this point, we're going to have very advanced AI and robotics and computers within our lifetimes, that those things, even if something dramatically collapsed for human beings, the evidence of our civilization would live on because the technology, which at some point will become self-replicating and self-advancing, the AI, an artificial intelligence will outlive us if something dramatic happened to our planet or our species. But the evidence that we had been around would continue, and it would continue to grow because the AI is going to
Sure, keep
reach
replicating.
So basically, your civilization, your species has to die out before your technology reaches that point.
Right.
Or we should be flooded with these things from all sorts of other species, because those things will just go on and on forever.
Sure.
So the fact that that's not the case suggests to me that either travel over long period, but you'd think an AI with millions of years to work that out, they can't work that out.
Yeah.
That makes me think it's just us.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that there
Those
are
are the scientific.
humanoid. I mean, I just think the universe is a vast place, and the chances of there being some unusual conditions somewhere within it seem non-zero to me. But as I say, that does not mean that I think there's another human civilization.
But then I would
building
expect to
spaceships,
encounter the evidence of the technological evidence
Yeah.
that their civilization had at one point existed.
But whatever we think, it's not going to put a cap on the people who are insistent that this is about to go. Wasn't Schumer at one point doing something on UFOs where was he not?
Everybody's doing
Everybody's.
I did, on a different note, I did quite like Marco Rubio in this interview. He was asked, in a different clip that I saw going viral on X, he was asked by Katie Miller if he's on the Maha diet like everybody else, and he was like, absolutely not. This is crazy. RFK Jr. brings like crates of red meats with him wherever, and this is insane, and I'm not participating in this whatsoever. I think it's
Well, that's good for him.
very, very normal.
A good vote for normalcy from Marco Rubio.
Yes. Well, we have a lot more to talk about on Rising. Please stay with us.